This is a regularly scheduled meeting for which the date, time, and location is set forth in the annual notice of meetings adopted by the Waldock Zoning Board. In accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, said annual notice has been filed with the Borough Clerk, a copy posted in the vestibule of the Waldock Administration Building, and copies transmitted to the official newspapers of the borough as designated by the governing body, to wit, the Bergen Record and the Ridgewood News. Joyce, take roll call, please.
Mr. Neiman.
Here.
Mr. Saracola.
Here.
Mr. Wakarski.
Here.
Mr. Walsh.
Here.
Mr. Centennial.
Here.
Mr. Stanzo.
Here.
Ms. Lupino. Here. Mr. Meyerjack.
Here.
Mr. Mitchell.
Good evening, everyone. Will everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We're going to do the approval for the meeting minutes of March 26th. Has everyone read the meeting minutes? Are there any comments? Could I have a motion to waive the reading of the minutes?
I make a motion to waive the reading of the minutes.
Ted first.
Second.
Rich second. Voice vote for approval of waiving the reading of the minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion to approve the minutes.
I make a motion to approve the minutes of the March 26th meeting.
Ted first.
I will second it.
Rich second. Voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None. We have 5 resolutions for this meeting. Has everyone read the resolutions? Are there any comments? Motion to waive the reading of the resolutions.
I make a motion to waive the reading of all 5 of the resolutions.
First by Ted. Second?
Second.
Second by Rich. Motion to adopt the resolution for Miller, 71 West Saddle River Road.
I make a motion to accept the resolution for Miller.
Ted first. Have a second.
Second.
Second by Rich. Joyce, roll call, please.
Mr. Neiman.
Yes.
Mr. Saracola.
Yes.
Mr. Walsh.
Yes.
Mr. Stanzo.
Yes.
Ms. Lupino. Yes. Mr. Wakarski.
Yes.
Mr. Centennial.
Yes.
Mr. Meyerjack.
Abstain?
Do we have to do 2 for Miller, or is it?
It's actually one, because that's
just one.
I put it together.
Okay. Our next resolution is Cabibbo, 35 McKay Avenue. Could I have a motion to adopt the resolution?
I make a motion to adopt the Cabibbo resolution.
First by Ted.
Second.
By Rich. Joyce, roll call, please.
Mr. Neiman.
Yes.
Mr. Saracola.
Yes.
Mr. Walsh.
Yes.
Mr. Stanzo.
Yes.
Ms. Lupino. Yes. Mr. Wakarski.
Yes.
Mr. Centennial.
Yes.
Mr. Meyerjack.
Abstain?
Our next resolution is Rosaza, 27 Canberra Road. Could I have a motion to adopt the resolution?
I make a motion to adopt the resolution for Rosaza.
First by Ted.
Second the motion.
Second by Rich. Joyce, roll call, please.
Mr. Neiman.
Yes.
Mr. Saracola.
Yes.
Mr. Walsh.
Yes.
Mr. Stanzo.
Yes.
Ms. Lupino. Yes. Mr. Wakarski.
Yes.
Mr. Centennial.
Yes.
Mr. Meyerjack.
Abstain?
Our last resolution is Lynch, 80 Moore Avenue. Could I have a motion to adopt the resolution?
I make a motion to adopt the resolution for Lynch.
Ted first,
Second.
Rich second. Joyce, roll call, please.
Mr. Neiman,
Yes.
Mr. Saracola,
Yes.
Mr. Walsh,
Yes.
Mr. Sanzo,
Yes.
Ms. Lupino. Yes. Mr. Vakarski,
Yes.
Mr. Centennial,
Yes.
Mr. Myerjack.
Abstain?
Talk it over first. You want me to call them up? First application is Perro, 5 Emmett Place. Could you come up, please?
Mr. Farrow, come all the way up, please.
Sure.
Sir, unless you got something to give me, I'm afraid you have a problem. When you give these things to the paper,
Yes, sir.
you got to get it to them within a certain period of time, because they only publish on a couple of days. I see that you did get it to them by the 11th, but I'm sure you told me you needed it a little bit earlier than that.
What I did reach out to the person, the email address that's
Mhm.
on the phone. I wanted to time it so it would be per the form. It said that it would be 2 days before for the record. Reach out to that person, and I can do it 2 days before, so it would publish on Friday, which would have been the 11th. What ended up happening is I wanted the website's automated. There was no way for me to get it moved. So
You went on the 16th.
it ended up going on the 16th, but the thing is that it's just,
Here's
it just
the,
ended up being, I didn't follow the directions, and, you know,
Okay.
I meant for it to be timed.
no, and I do understand. Here's what we're going to do. I don't want you to get messed up on a technicality. In other words, if we let you come up here and present your application, and if for some idiotic reason somebody decides anything with it, then it's automatically moved in because the notice was 2 days deficient. So rather than put you in that position, I'd rather carry it next week, next month rather, I'm sorry, when your notice will still be good and it'll be absolutely timely.
Okay.
And
I was
at
afraid
that
of being too early.
No.
That was
There is the problem.
Because then would it make sense, to put a notification on the site?
But the other-
That's what I was thinking about.
The other,
Because-
the other thing is, and I understand, so it's not that much. Okay, so I'll see you next month. Sounds fabulous.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
very much, everyone. See you guys.
May 28th. Do surgery next. We'll do surgery.
Yeah, let's do it.
Are Brian and Jessica Surt, I can't pronounce your last name, Sergey?
Okay, sir, if you would raise your right hand. Do you swear testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Please state your name, spell your last, please.
Brian Sarouge, S-U-R-U-J.
Okay. All right, Mr. Sarouge, you have made an application by letter. You have a resolution from April 22nd. Forgive me. You have a resolution from May of last year. And so you've asked for an extension on this,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
All right. Are you in a position to start work now, finally?
Oh, we're still finishing, we're getting a pool installed,
Mhm.
and we're almost done with the pool. And we're planning on starting after the
Okay.
summer to enjoy the pool a little bit before more construction.
Before you tear everything apart
Yeah,
again?
exactly.
Okay. All right, under the Permanent Extension Act, you are entitled to a one-year extension as long as you make the application within a year. In other words, within the time that your resolution is good for. You've done that, you are good to go. This is extended out 1 year. But there generally isn't a second extension.
We'll get it done. We'll talk
Okay.
to- Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Have a good night.
Our first application is going to be Wilson, 38 Campbell Street.
Mr. Sherman, give me a second. You have Mr. and Mrs. Wilson here?
Yes.
Figured that out. Pretty quick, huh? It's about as good as it gets. All right, are you both going to be testifying?
I think just me.
Okay, and Eddie, you're going to be testifying?
Yes.
I'm sorry, forgive me. Mr. Sherman, you're going to be testifying? It's been too long. You know that. Mr. Sherman, would you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I did.
State your name, spell your last.
It's Ed Sherman, S-H-E-R-M-A-N, 26 Smithfield Road, Warwick, New Jersey.
And could you give us the benefit of your education and experience, please?
I have a Bachelor of Architecture, and I am a licensed architect in the state of New Jersey for 38 years, in good standing.
And if memory serves, you've been here before.
I have.
Okay. I apologize. I couldn't try to be good. It's not going to work. Okay, so Mr. Wilson. So before we swear Mr. Wilson, folks, here's the deal. Mr. Sherman comes before you as an expert, an architect. As such, he has a special privilege, where everyone standing here has to testify only to facts. Mr. Sherman can give you his opinion relative to the facts that come in. You are not bound to accept his opinion. You may accept it. If everything you see tells you something different, you can reject it. All right? That's the way we handle expert witnesses. Now, Mr. Wilson, you said you were going to testify. Stand up, please.
Yes.
Right hand. You swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
State your name, spell your last.
Jeffrey Wilson, W-I-L-S-O-N.
Please, you can sit down where you are. Not terribly formal. Mr. Sherman, would you like to lead the dance?
Yeah, on this project. All right. This is 38 Campbell Street in Waldwick. It's in an R2 zone, and there's a few different variances which we're going for here. It's an undersized lot presently. In this zone, you're required to have 7,500 square feet. We're at just 7,800. The hardship on this property will be the narrowness of the lot. It's required to be 75. At the street level, we're at 56.92. The other hardship, which we will be talking about later, is the actual topography of this site for the location of a shed to be placed. And that the project itself, it's a Zaymore house in Waldwick. What they'd like to do is an addition to the second floor over the existing footprint of the house. There is no real extensions of the livable space on the footprint of this house. Everything will be inside. The variance that we're looking to achieve is an existing side yard on the right side of this property is 6.8 to the existing right-hand corner of the front of the house. We'll be building straight above that, so we'll be having the 6.8 for that side yard. Also, the total of both sides is required to be 25 feet or more. The existing is 18.5, and by going straight up, we're continuing that 18.5. That's the variances for the house. The other variances that we're looking to do, they have an existing patio in the backyard, which they'd like to put a covered structure above. It's an open covered that's going over this partial paver patio. And for a rear yard setback for a structure in this zone, you need 35 feet. To the house is 44. To the structure of this roof line would be 29. They like to put a 16 by 20 covered area over this, just for a little protection on that patio from the sun. So that's another variance we're looking for, is a new rear yard setback. Another variance they're looking to do is the placement of the shed. There's an existing shed to the left side of the house that is 6 by 8. They're looking to get a new shed there, 8 by 12, and they'd like to put it in the same position. For a side yard, for any accessory structure was required, we're looking at to do 3 feet on the side there. It is a fenced-in area. They have a 6-foot-high fence running along the side of the house. They'd like to just replace that there. And again, for the hardship of this, looking in the back of the house, if you look at the site plan that I have, they have a wall that's there that's retaining a hill that's above the back of the yard. So placement of the shed into the backyard in the flat area, they have 2 daughters, they like to play in the backyard. There's not a lot of area to play in the backyard, so we really can't put the shed into the far corner because we'd be up a hill. So that's the variance. We're liking to remove an existing rotted aluminum shed and replace it with a new, slightly larger on the same exact location. The other variance for this house is what would be considered no garage. They bought the house, the previous owners had done interior work to the house. The existing garage is only a 10 by 12. You can't fit a car into that garage presently. Presently, it's just used for storage. They'd like to make that part of a livable space in their house. Again, you can't get a car in it. There is a garage door on that, which would be removed. They'd like to make that a smaller, like, family room, because what they'd like to do on the first floor is extend their kitchen, make a larger kitchen, and extend the dining room into what is their existing family room to the left side of the house. So then they would still like another room for, when the girls have friends over, they have a place to go, and this house is going to be more of an open concept design with the living room, kitchen, and dining room. So there's different variances for this. And again, for the actual footprint of the house, the addition on the second floor, we're just looking for existing side yard for that.
We'll start with questions from the board. Brian, do you want to start?
How far is the patio from the back? Do they get ample room on the back of
From the back of the patio to,
the backyard? Is there?
well, behind, if you can see, Brian,
I'm
from
looking, yeah.
the back of the house all the way to the wall, that double line, that's a retaining wall. The patio goes straight across where the new part of, like, the left side of that structure would be, right up to the wall. So that's all pavers presently.
So it's an existing patio?
Existing
You're
patio is
basically
there.
just covering the
They just like to get a
existing
cover.
patio. Is that existing patio in compliance is basically the question?
For setbacks?
Yeah.
I
From
don't
the
know
back
if
of
there
it.
is any setbacks for patios. I don't know that.
It's a paver, so it's not
It's
impervious, correct?
pavers. I mean, to the pavers itself, it's like 20 feet off the rear yard. I don't know.
Okay.
I know for above-ground decks, there are setbacks, but I don't know about patios.
This is basically what you're doing is going up on top of existing footprint for both the house and the, covering the patio.
Correct.
basically an existing hardship.
Yeah, and again, the coverage, you're allowed 40%. We are putting a front porch on this, which does not require a variance, and that's where it just bumps up my coverage slightly from the 30.5 to 32.85. So we're well below the 40%.
Okay, so that's easy. But, and then the only other thing is the shed, you said slightly bigger?
Yeah, it's, like I said, right now they have a 6x8. They would like an 8x12.
That's all I can.
Joe, do you have any questions?
I have no questions.
Nadia?
The only question is just to clarify, so it's the, remodeling the garage, right? It's the shed, and then it's obviously the elevation on the existing frame.
On existing, and the setback to the new covered.
For the patio, yeah. okay,
Correct.
That's clear. Okay, just making sure. Okay, no other questions.
Okay.
I myself have no questions.
So on the shed, how much closer is it getting to the property line or the fence?
It's
Couple
staying
feet?
approximately exactly where it is to the property line. It gets a little bit closer to the house, but it's staying right in line, you know, so that they can get around it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the existing garage, you're converting that to living space, so.
Correct.
That family room that you're converting it into, is that the footprint of the garage now?
Yes.
So later
That's
on,
it.
if someone wanted to convert it back into a garage,
They'd have to go
Could
into
do
the utility room behind it also.
okay,
The previous owner did that,
gotcha.
okay?
But it could be done.
Oh, it could be
If
done.
someone wanted to.
If somebody, yes.
And are you doing anything with the driveway? Are you expanding the driveway?
No, the
How many
driveway's
cars?
there now, and they haven't parked a car, they can't get one in the garage, so that's what they've been living with.
So how many cars can you get in that driveway now?
Two.
Two.
The, the slab of the garage now, is that same elevation as the foyer and stuff, or is it?
No, it's a 4-inch drop, so it
And
will
it's
be
gonna stay that
raised
way?
up.
It'll
No,
stay
it
that
will
way?
be raised up. It'll be
Okay.
raised up, so,
So you're just putting framing right on top of the concrete?
right, and that's what was done in that utility room behind.
Okay. Yeah, no other questions? That's it.
No, somebody's already asked my question about the cars. I'm done.
Stan, do you have any questions?
Yeah, save the best for last. Mr. Sherman, do you know if that utility room that's taking up garage space was a permitted?
I do not know that.
Because our building guy is not here tonight.
Right, and like I said, that's the way they purchased the house.
That's
It was
how
already
it's sold.
there.
How long have you lived there, Mrs.?
15 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think. We were married at 16. We bought it a year into our marriage.
Any children?
We have 2 girls, 13 and almost 10.
So they'll be having cars in the near future, depending on the wallet?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
We're both educators living in Bergen County, so we'll see when we get there.
And you say the driveway is big enough for 2 cars?
It is, yes.
How many cars do you have now?
2
Two,
2?
2 trucks.
Where do you park them now?
in the driveway.
in the driveway, front to back.
Okay. So our code requires 2 parking spaces, one of which should be, or shall be, a garage, and it had one, and over the years, it lost its place. If the shed is bigger, how does anyone get into the backyard in an emergency?
There's a fence going across the front
Is
of the
there a
house
gate in
there,
that fence?
On the right side, the,
on the right
Or the
side of
gate
the
is on
house.
the right?
yes.
Yeah, there
Okay,
is none on that
That's access to
side.
the backyard, and that's 6.8. It's a 4-foot gate?
That's a double gate. It's two.
Double?
They
Yeah.
both open, yeah.
5 foot. All right, thank you, that's it.
Cliff, do you have any questions?
Ed, refresh my memory if you can. We have an outside limit on sheds, don't we?
We have what?
Don't we have an outside limit on the size of sheds? What's sticking in my head is 10 by 10, but it may be 10 by 12. I'm just curious to see.
I think that has
wouldn't want
to
you
deal,
not have-
I think that has to deal with putting a footing under a shed over a certain size.
Okay, not a limitation on having the shed itself.
No, any accessory structure would have to
Okay.
comply.
I just, as I say, I'm not going to pretend anything. I don't remember exactly what
I
it
thought it was
was.
12.
I'm sorry, you thought 12 was the outside?
I think 12,
Okay, so.
but I don't
well,
remember what, if it was 8 by 12 or 10 by 12.
No,
About
it
that.
sounds like we're okay. I just didn't want you to not have a variance if you needed it.
Mhm.
That's about it. Everybody else asked my questions about parking and things like that, only because that becomes a big bugaboo here. Always, always, always. But you were already skunked on the garage, so.
You were.
Is there anyone in the audience that has questions for this applicant? None? Do you have any final comments, Ed, about the application?
Again, the additions of the house, it's on the existing first floor, just building straight above it. The shed is basically in the same exact spot, and we're just trying to get a little bit of shade in that backyard for that. That's all.
So they're not, it's completely open. It's, the cover is on, it's on pillars or whatever?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. You asked for the public.
Brian, do you have any final comments?
I'd be in favor. It's existing conditions and you're just building up on top of it. I'd be in favor.
I'd be in favor also.
Also in favor.
I'd also be in favor.
I think it's an improvement, but I have to admit, I'm a little concerned about your parking situation in the future. Because if you girls are going to be having cars, I'd be worried about your street parking. That would be my concern for you.
Ditto. I think it's a good application, but yeah, I mean, I know you're kind of stuck. You don't have much of an option, but that could be a concern if for some reason you can't park on the street.
I'm in favor of it.
Do you have any other comments?
All right. Take a vote.
Do we have a motion to approve this application?
I make a motion to approve this application.
Ted first, Nadia second. Joyce, roll call.
Mr. Neiman,
Yes.
Mr. Saracola,
Yes.
Mr. Rokarski,
Yes.
Mr. Walsh.
Yes.
Mr. Centennial,
Yes.
Mr. Senzo,
Yes.
Ms. Lupino. Yes. Mr. Marajek.
Yes.
All right. Now you get the standard speech. The way this works is, there will be a resolution written. You have the approval now, but that approval is a voice vote. There will be a resolution written, and at our meeting next month, the fourth Wednesday in May, it will presumably be approved. At that point, it will go to be published. It is only upon publication that the clock starts running. The clock in question is 45 days. There are 45 days for anyone, anywhere, to object to your application, even though you sit here and say, well, why didn't you come in today? Doesn't matter. That 45 days is required by law. That being said, it is so rare, and you're not doing anything exotic. Those two things combine to say, if you want to go ahead and start doing your prep work, pulling permits, things like that. There's nothing to stop you. But you have to know you're doing it at risk of having have someone come in and object after the fact. All right? If you have any question about that, by all means ask. I know it's arcane. It's arcane and it's silly, but it is.
No questions, thank you.
In that case, good luck with it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Of course,
Thank you, everybody.
You'll enjoy
Appreciate
the
it. Thank you.
construction because everyone does.
Can't wait.
Thank you.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Our next application is Corrado, 15 Campbell Street.
All right. Mr. Sherman, you are still under oath, and even with the passage of time, you're still an expert witness. Mr. Corrado, I assume?
Yes.
Would you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please state your name, spell your last.
Brian Corrado, Corrado.
All right. Please have a seat. Mr. Sherman, you want to give us the update on this thing?
Okay, on this one, again, it's an existing, same style house, same street.
What, you go up and down the street?
Down the street. The previous owners, again, bumped into the garage behind the kitchen, what's I'm calling the breakfast area. They bumped into it. At the same time, they did put a concrete slab to be flush with the kitchen breakfast area where they had a washer and dryer. The existing garage is 10 by 16, where that step down is for the, it's a 4-inch step down into the garage, is 13 feet from the garage door. A car cannot be parked in this garage either. Even without that, a 16-foot car is, the door's coming down and hitting the back of a car. And if you did have a smaller size car, the wheel well is going to hit that lip, and it's got, the door's going to come down and hit it. So what they're looking to do, again, similar, they're expanding their kitchen into the garage by 6 feet. They were going to leave what's the garage to use as a shed area. They're keeping theirs in place. So they're going to have a 10 by 10 area for storage, but expand that kitchen, like I said, into the garage so that they can get a larger kitchen in this house.
And that's all we're doing?
That's it. And then I know Joe had brought up the coverage, which is totally different from what I'm doing right now. I can explain that.
Okay.
I've done other projects for the Corrados, and we've been here before for an addition to the right side. And behind their house, they had a concrete patio. They went before Joe to get an above-ground pool, but it's slightly submerged, like half and half, and they put a wood deck around it, which was approved by Joe. Later, they went and hired a contractor who, not knowing Mr. Corrado, did not know about the coverage. The contractor ripped up the existing concrete patio and added slightly more pavers. They are pavers that are actually cemented together. So they have a brand new patio out there that brings their coverage above the 40% on the site. And Joe just wanted that to be addressed at this meeting. So I'm just telling, they had no clue that they had to do that, and the contractor, I guess, did not inform them about anything about the coverage at that time to put in a new, larger patio than what they had.
Do we have a coverage calculation?
I do. I have 47.64%.
Okay, so that's not de minimis.
No,
That's-
no, but
that
like
is
I said, he
substantial, but yeah,
was not
if I-
aware.
No, I get it.
And the way I look at this is they put in what I consider a temporary pool with a structure around it. It's approximately 1,000 square feet, the wood deck with the pool. If they were ever to leave and move someday, that could be removed, and the coverage would come down to 35.12%. So the pool and the wood deck, which was approved by Joe prior to them putting in patio, could be removed. The patio can stay, and the pool and the deck, if they were ever to sell, could be removed. And would bring it down to 35%.
Gotcha.
We'll take questions from the board. Brian, do you want to start?
Just expanding into the garage.
I mean, for me, it's just expanding into the garage.
And getting permission for work.
Permission for existing coverage.
No other company.
No questions?
No questions for me either.
I have no questions. Bill?
No questions.
Rich?
Am I mistaken? I thought pavers are, impervious, or pervious, I should say.
He said they were cemented
They're
together.
cemented.
They're cemented together, and
Okay.
Warlick doesn't really have it. I mean, they also include wood decks, which have the gaps also.
Yeah.
So they include wood decks also, so
Okay.
there isn't
But for
anything
purpose of
really.
this meeting, we're really talking about the garage, right?
Well, we're also, we take what we find.
Okay.
So as a practical matter, we go back and we pick up the patio at the same time because
Okay.
it's stupid
Right.
not to. By the way, did you all notice, after talking to Joe, you noticed the garage, the patio as well, right?
Who, Wayne?
I didn't,
Or-
I haven't seen the notice on this.
Oh, no, on the notice, yes, yeah.
Okay.
No, we did coverage, right.
And you all have an omnibus to save
Mhm.
face anyway.
Well, that's what
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah, we're
So-
addressing both,
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
yeah.
And actually, you've got another continuing because you've got a 56-foot wide lot where 75 is required.
Correct.
And so you come up over on the area because you're deeper, which is nice.
Right.
Because I'm going to pick up everything that's there if we're going to do it, let's clean it up.
Mhm.
So we got stories, we got complete, we got improved lot. Okay, you've got the side yard issues that you raised with us, so we're deficient we're 100% deficient in side yards. All three measurements don't work.
Right.
Okay.
Well, and like I said,
And
we're not really doing
That's a
it,
function of the width.
but we were here previously
Right,
for an
you're not-
addition to the
all we're
right
doing
side,
is
which
saying we're
addressed
continuing
that.
those.
Right.
Absolutely.
That was addressed.
Absolutely. I'm just looking at the whole picture really quickly.
Ted, do you have any questions?
No questions.
Stan,
None.
do you have any other questions?
No, thank you.
Is there anyone in the audience that has questions for this applicant? None? Ed, do you have any final comments?
No, again, they can't get a car in this garage, similar to the last people that I had here. And they're just looking to expand that kitchen. And again, it's an oversight for the coverage, which was, with the homeowner and the contractor.
Brian, do you have any final comments?
I'd be in favor of continuing existing conditions.
Joe?
I would also be in favor.
I'd be in favor as well.
I'd also be in favor. Phil?
Just curious, how long were the pavers there with the pool?
Well, it was separate. When did you do the papers?
After the pool was April, after April, May. I never-
Last year?
Yeah, and then I got an updated survey, Joe said, make sure you get an updated survey and address it, you know. And I didn't, I was kind of misled with the contractor. I asked him, was there any issues with coverage or anything like that? He said, no, nothing at all, and so I'm like, okay, let's do it. My existing patio was all broken up already, the concrete was already broken from, I guess, the original. I want to do everything by the rule. That's how I am. I have 2 kids in the house as well, and just try to make the yard a little better. That was my goal.
I'm okay with the application, but I do just have a question. So when you or the contractor submitted the plan to Joe, did it look like this, or did it not look like this? You know what I mean?
Well, it didn't have the pavers.
It didn't have the
He
pavement.
had the pool and the pool deck. And
Okay.
they just, you know, and it had, like I said, there was an existing concrete patio there, which was, you know, banged up a lot.
Yeah,
And
it was falling apart.
he did it on their own to just get a paver one. And it was just slightly larger, so.
Okay.
No questions?
Stan, do you have any final comments?
Yeah, well, thanks for coming. Appreciate it.
Thank
No,
you. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Stan?
Your driveway looks like it's narrower than the last case. Are you familiar with that other house?
Oh, yes, I am. Yeah. We're very similar driveways.
Well, your driveway holds 2 cars as well.
Yes, I will have a problem in the future, too. With my 2 kids. I thought that right away, I know. Thank you. I know. It's a challenge.
I like the idea of the shed in the garage, though. That's good.
Could I have a motion to approve the application?
I make a motion to approve this application.
Ted first,
I'll second it.
Nadia second. Joyce, roll call, please.
Mr. Neiman.
Yes.
Mr. Saracola.
Yes.
Mr. Okarsky.
Yes.
Mr. Wall.
Yes.
Mr. Centennial.
Yes.
Mr. Sanzo.
Yes.
Ms. Lupino.
Yes.
Mr. Martin.
Yes.
Mr. Corrado, you were here when I went through the whole problem with publication and everything with the other gentleman. Did you understand, was there anything in there that you wanted to ask about the 45 days?
Oh, no, I understood the 45 days. Thank you.
So it applies to you too. That's just the deal. All right?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Our next application is Spreen, 28 Kennedy Drive.
Excuse me, I have to recuse myself.
Okay.
For the record, I have worked with the Spreens on a couple of occasions, haven't in a long time. It doesn't affect my judgment. There's no issue, but it should be on the record. How are you guys? All right, you both testifying, or? Raise your right hand. Do you swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, about the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
State your name, spell your last.
Daniel Spreen, S-P-R-E-E-N.
All right, Mr. Street, please sit down. You are. All right. What are we doing, Ed?
Okay. This is located at 24 Kennedy Drive. 28, I'm sorry. And it's R1, single family. There's a lot of existing nonconformities. For this zone, it's required to be 15,000 square feet. The existing property is 9,600. The width is required to be 100 feet. This is only 60, so we're looking at a narrowness of this site. The front yard of the existing structure to the face of the house is 29.2, where 50 is required. Side yards, the right side, required to be 10 feet. The existing is at 6. The total of both sides is required to be 35. The existing is 23.8. What we're proposing to do with this, there's an existing sunroom off the back of the house. It's a ranch-style home. What they propose to do is remove the sunroom off the back and add an addition towards the back of the house, just squared off on the right and left side of the house. To the front of the house, existing, there's a front entranceway that has a wood ramp for their daughter who is handicapped. What we'd like to do is pull this in closer to the house, make it look like a front porch with the ramp built into the front porch coming down to the driveway. What we will be doing with this structure, the first floor will be going towards the back like I indicated, with a small deck off the back, and just try to have an open floor plan on the first floor. Second floor will be totally new, with the addition of 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, and bringing a laundry area upstairs. They're also going to be having a lift in the house for their child to go to the second floor, the first floor, and the basement level. And again, it's mostly all existing nonconformities that we're looking for with the addition of the second floor. The one thing that does go over right now for lot coverage, you're required to be 40. This property is presently 45.64, and we are going to be adding to that to make that 51.97% coverage. Again, it's an undersized lot, which brings that coverage up on this site. That's basically it right now. The front porch ramp would be, like I said, to the house it's 29.2. It's going to be 6 feet coming to the front, so 23.2 will be the new front yard setback to the covered porch.
And we were deficient to start with in front yard, correct?
What's that?
We were deficient to start with in front yard.
Correct, yes.
At 29.2.
Yeah, 29.2 when it's required to be 50.
Right.
And then this whole neighborhood, there is no houses that have 50-foot front setbacks. There probably was designed to be 25-foot setbacks for the houses in this neighborhood. And they're all basically the same in this neighborhood.
Your stunning silence is very reassuring.
I'm sorry?
Your stunning silence is very reassuring.
I'm just a slow reader. Okay. So by squaring off, we're not changing anything on the side yards except that we're exacerbating it as we go further back with it.
Correct.
So it's a technical exacerbation rather than any functional one.
Correct.
Okay.
Start with taking questions from the board. Brian, do you want to start?
Essentially the existing structure, except you're going to move the ramp in closer to the house and you're going to cover it.
Yes, sir.
So you're actually picking up a little space
In the front yard.
Yeah.
And then in the back, you're just taking out a sunroom and replacing that with the thing. So it's a structure that's already there.
Correct.
So essentially, it's an existing structure that you're actually
Correct,
making
and
better
just
by pulling-
redoing,
by
yes.
pulling the ramp in and then putting a second floor onto an existing. But everything else, it's a undersized lot and clearly not enough room on the sides and stuff.
Correct, correct.
That's all my question.
My only question is, if you're moving the ramp closer to the house, how are you picking up less front yard setback? Are you extending a porch on the street side of the ramp?
No.
Well, it's going to be a 6-foot like front porch. And then,
Of which about 3 feet is a ramp?
no, the ramp is going to be the full 6 feet going down to the left side, right to the driveway.
I think what you mean, Mr. Majak, is the front of the ramp will actually go back a few feet.
It's
Which
inside
will-
the front porch.
Because, yeah, right now the ramp is about 3 feet off of the front of the house.
So you're making a wider ramp?
No.
Well, it will be, it's the porch. It will come up from the driveway as a ramp, flatten out, and like half of it is a porch, the other half will be a ramp,
I see
but
now.
it's going to be disguised from the front, looking like a front porch.
No, I see it now.
You're not
So
going to
it'll
see
be a
that.
3-foot ramp and a 3-foot porch?
No, it's
No, the
fully
left half of
6
the porch
foot.
will be a ramp, and the right half of the
Correct.
porch.
Correct,
Half the porch is a ramp.
right,
Yep.
yes.
How is it getting?
The new porch is wider than the old ramp.
Yes.
I thought that was
But
my
even
Well,
at
it's
that,
not-
since it's flushing
not
into the
really.
house, you still pick up a little bit.
Yeah, their existing ramp comes out of the house, goes towards the street, and then makes a right. So it projects a lot more than 6 feet in front of the house.
Yeah.
It's a good
If
10
you look,
feet off
there's
the
probably
Yeah, it's-
a good,
yeah,
a
like
good
10
4
feet.
feet between the house and the ramp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember when we built it.
Yeah.
yes, indeed.
Is it just you two and your daughter, or is there anyone
No.
else?
5 total, three kids, my daughter and 2 boys.
That's all.
I have no questions. Phil?
I have no questions. It's a hardship variance. I think it's warranted, and I think it's a good application.
Yeah, I think it's a great solution to that for the front. Looks great, looks really good. It's gonna look much better, more functional. Curious though, no ramp in the back? You're gonna go steps?
We're going to have a chair lift off the
Oh,
deck,
okay.
which we'll have that so they could go down to the patio.
That's it? Thanks.
Mr. Sherman, do you know if there was need for a variance for the existing 45.64% existing coverage?
I do not know that.
Because that's over our allowance already.
Yeah. Which is the existing, there was nothing really added.
No,
Yeah,
that's,
the
that's,
ramp
No, it was all
that's the
there.
coverage how
It
we
was all
bought the
there.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we purchased the
all
house
there.
in 2000, we haven't done a thing.
Is the ramp in that calculation or not?
We can
It shouldn't
know.
be, right? That
The,
46.
I believe I put it in, yes.
You put it in?
I did,
Okay.
yeah.
So that would make sense then. That's what wasn't there when it was originally built.
Oh,
And
that's right.
therefore, it was 40 or something around that. Take off the ramp and it drops it right down.
Why would the ramp be considered
Coverage?
a setback or coverage
Oh,
since stairs would have been there instead? You know?
I just work here.
Yeah.
Way above my pay grade.
I'm just wondering if
The
we
ramp comes
need
out
to
behind.
include that part of the addition that is a ramp in coverage. And then, if so, would you need a variance just the same?
I mean,
We already
I
have.
always treat them as a deck structure whenever I do coverage,
Ramp.
just for myself. But I don't think there's anything written in our book on, ramps.
Eddie, you're talking about the temporary ramp that exists now?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I just
Because
used.
the porch is permanent.
Oh, the porch is
Okay.
permanent.
Exactly.
The porch
Okay,
is
yeah, that makes
covered,
sense.
yes.
And we would always
Yes.
measure
Yes.
off that.
Yes,
Yes.
Yep.
Mhm.
but you're adding in the measurement of the ramp anyway. Thank
Do you
you.
have any
Just
other
needed
questions?
some clarification.
No, it's as straightforward as these things can be. It's a big renovation, but it's still, there's very little that's changing zoning-wise. Most of it is already there.
You're just squaring off the house.
Mhm.
Back, yeah. Yeah, that's the only structural change.
It's a practical matter. You gain the coverage in large part because you're taking the rear porch, the rear sunroom, and you are expanding it full width. And that's where you pick up that extra square footage. So it makes perfect sense. And because of that, because you're only going to that wall, you're not making that encroachment further. It's
No.
going back further, but it's
Right.
not actually getting closer.
Right.
So it makes it a lot simpler.
Does anyone in the audience have any questions for this applicant? None? Go to the board for final comments. Brian?
I'd be in favor of it. Clearly a hardship, clearly an undersized lot, and mostly it's basically going on existing.
I'm in favor of the application.
I'd be in favor as well with the design for gorgeous.
I'd also be in favor.
I'm in favor of it.
I'm in favor as well.
I have a motion to approve this application.
I make a motion, we approve the application.
Nadia
I'll
first,
second.
Brian second. Joyce?
Mr. Neiman,
Yes.
Mr. Saracola.
Yes.
Mr. Okarski,
Yes.
Mr. Walsh.
Yes.
Mr. Centennial.
Yes.
Mr. Stanzo.
Abstain.
Oh, I forgot. Mr. Marjack,
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell.
Actually, for the record, not abstain, recuse. Just so we keep it straight. It's the bookkeeping. It's always the bookkeeping.
Come on, Ted.
Okay, you heard the deal with the 45 days.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, it's the way it is. But again, the
It's a
chance
rarity.
of somebody saying something, you know your neighbors, right?
Yeah.
Well, other than that one, I mean, that you got to worry about. All righty. Take care, guys. Good
Great.
seeing you.
Thank you all very much.
Have a good
Appreciate
night.
your time.
Thank you, too.
See you.
Awesome.
Ted, all's forgiven. You can come home now.
Our next applicant is Van Dyke, 31 Grove Street.
Could you take your hat off?
Yeah, I'm going to. I was just waiting to be told to raise my right hand. Sorry.
Okay, Mr. Van Dyke, would you raise your right hand? Please state your name. You swear testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
State your name, spell your last.
Corey Van Dyke, V-A-N-D-Y-K-E.
Okay, please have a seat. All righty. So, Mr. Sherman, what's going on?
All right. On this one, what they'd like to do, there's an existing garage that's falling apart that has to be demolished, and in order to build a new one, was informed that he'd have to come for a variance. So in doing so, we'd like to make it larger, try and make it a two-car garage. And with that, we're also looking at a slight height, a little bit more for a variance on that also, which I'll explain. This is an R2 zone. Required area is 7,500. This lot is 6,250, so we have an existing undersized lot. The width required is 75. This is existing is 50, so the hardship is the narrowness of this site. Again, the existing garage was set to the far back of the property. with a driveway from front of Grove Street all the way to the back. The existing setbacks of that garage were 4.0 to the rear, 4.0 to the side. The required side yard setbacks for an accessory structure is 10 feet. The proposed new would be 4.5. We're just bringing it in a little bit from the rear and the side. The existing house to the left has a shed right on the property line there. The house behind them has a shed right where this garage is. So there's no real site issues from other properties for seeing what's going to be there. Well, everything is in that corner, garage and sheds. And again, we're just looking to make this a little bit bigger. With that, an accessory structure can only be 15 feet high. We're looking to make this 19 just to get added storage above. He needs some storage. And again, this structure will not have enough of a story above where it's actual livable space. Not going to have a stair going up there, and you can't make it a room or anything. To the actual ceiling joist, it's only 6'6". And at the sides, it's 3'6", which, you know, it's going to be a knee wall on the outside, just so that they can get some storage up above. And with Mr. Van Dyke, him and his wife, they would like to get 2 cars in there. He also has a motorcycle and some other things he'd like to get in there, so he just needs a larger garage. So by doing so, we're putting that basically in the same spot, but again, it's a larger garage. And in doing so, we're just going to add a little bit more pavement in front of it so you could get the other car into the garage. And that's what would bring our the coverage up on this. The lot in this area is 40% should be the coverage. Existing is 46.64. We're going to be going up to 52.94 with the larger garage and that added paving area for that. And again, it was regardless of what he built here, he had to go for a variance. If he went to 10 feet off the back or in the side, it's, you know, pushing this garage really into the center of his backyard. So it's the narrowness of the site of the existing, where it should be 75 and we're only at 50. So we're trying to keep it in that back corner where all the other structures are on the neighboring, and try and keep it back there. Again, we couldn't even put it as an attached garage because then we would have no side yard to the left of the house.
Take questions from the board. Brian, do you want to start?
No issues. No issues?
Just one question. Is this a corner house?
Is it
A
what?
corner house?
No, it's not.
Okay.
No.
I thought I saw central out here. Okay.
Yeah, no,
perfect.
it's further down.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
No question.
Access to the attic is pull downstairs?
Yes, will be a pull down stair.
Yep, that's the only question I have.
Okay, so your longer dimension is depth.
Excuse me?
I'm looking at what's drawn here. So the longer dimension is depth, not width.
Correct.
Okay. So that's your 27
Correct.
and 19 across the front.
Correct.
All right. Trying to see if this helps me understand what 19 feet tall looks like. It's hard to tell from the elevation. How tall was the existing garage?
The existing, I have it on there where,
I'm sorry, did you have it in the block?
I do
I
have
forget.
it. It's 13 feet, the existing. There was nothing,
I see.
It's a nothing garage.
Yeah.
It's a very old, falling down. There's nothing stored, there is no attic.
Right.
I don't think you can have one.
I don't think you could.
Yeah.
And was the garage that has become derelict, was that being used as a garage or?
It's never, well, it's a garage for storage. Other than
Garage
that,
in name only?
yeah, there's never been a car parked inside of it before.
Is there a driveway to it?
There is.
It's a long one.
A lot of shoveling. Yeah.
Have pavement to the garage?
Yeah,
That probably explains the 46.
yeah, it's all the way from the front to the back.
So how more than 2 cars?
You could rent it out to the two pass
Good.
people to their daughters.
It's over here closer. I don't have any other questions, thank you.
Phil?
And what borders your property there on the rear and the side? Is there any house that's just adjacent, or is it further away?
To which there's houses on both sides of the house. There's a
Right,
lot.
but are they close in proximity, or are they
In here,
set
I
back
would
a little
think
bit?
most of the properties in this part of Grove Street are probably 50 feet, maybe a 75 thrown in.
Yeah, maybe.
But they're close.
Mr. Van Dyke, how long have you lived there?
Oof, my parents bought it in '96. I grew up there. My father passed away in '23, so then I assumed the mortgage. But I didn't live there between 2020 and 2023. Moved out.
But when you were a kid, you used that garage, right?
Yeah, I still have things in the garage right now. But the door only closes as low as like a foot off of the ground, and all the glass on the door is shattered. You could probably punch a hole if you wanted to through the door. It's not really a door. There's a hole on the side of the garage. It's I think like a tin pop-up shed garage from like Sears from like the 60s or 70s. Very old.
I'm familiar with it. Mr. Sherman, you want to make it wider without getting any closer to any of the neighbors. And because it's wider, you will have the ability to put up a nice style roof
Yes,
with storage
with a
underneath.
little bit of storage up above. Yes.
Will the style match the house?
What is this?
Roof-wise, you know.
I don't know the name of styles.
I don't know the style of your house.
The siding will be the same color.
The siding will
Yeah,
match the
it will
house.
match that way, yes.
But as far as roof line goes, it's just a pitched roof?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Yes.
From the drawing, I guess on the site plan, a darker area leading to the front of the garage from the house.
Yes.
Is that a new paved area?
Yes, it is.
Do you plan on running electric out there?
I do.
Good idea. Well, it's got to be at least a foot deep. I was an electrician.
Okay.
But whatever.
Yeah.
I'm done.
We'll take questions from the audience, but there's no one here.
George and Mary.
It's on the record that there's no one here. Do you have any final comments, Ed?
Nothing right now, no.
Final comments from the board?
I'd be in favor. It's clearly an undersized lot. And it's beneficial to the town to improving a dilapidated structure or replace it with a new structure. And it'd be silly to put the garage in the middle of the yard, so Put it where the existing one is, makes a lot of sense.
And even if you want to maintain the side yard setback at 10 feet, you just increase the macadam, you increase the cover
Yeah,
area.
so it's just.
Makes sense to put it where the old one is. I'm also in favor.
I'd be in favor as well. I think it'll look really nice, and you're gonna have a really nice long garage, so there shouldn't be any concerns with that. Long driveway, sorry.
I'd also be in favor.
I'd be in favor.
I'm in favor as well, and wish I had a garage like that.
Me too. I'm good.
I wish a driveway like that.
This is a good application.
Nice and simple, wants a garage.
I was thinking that.
I make a motion, we approve the application.
Second.
Brian first, Ted second. Teresa, roll call.
Mr. Neenan?
Yes.
Mr. Saracola?
Yes.
Mr. Lopez?
Yes.
Mr. Walsh?
Yes.
Mr. Centennial?
Yes.
Mr. Sanzo?
Yes.
Ms. Lupino?
Yes.
Mr. Marjack?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Van Dyke, you are approved. Same deal, it's going to have to get published. You've heard it a couple of times before.
Yep.
So if you have any questions about that, again, doesn't sound like the kind of situation where you're going to have problems, but nobody here can predict. All right?
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you very much.
It's 32.
I can't believe you went to Topper.
No, he's older than my son.
All right, everyone, good night.
Hey, good to see you.
Good night, Ed.
Night.
Good
Have you
seeing
finished
you.
digesting yet?
Good job.
Did you see the time lapse?
I gotta do all these final drawings now.
Did you see the time lapse?
No.
Oh, it was excellent.
Oh, yeah?
I could text it to you or email it to you. It was very, very cool, from setup to the whole meal to breakdown.
Oh, I didn't see that yet. Oh, yeah, I gotta check that out.
How did you not get it? You're going to
I know, but I didn't.
He's
Check it out.
busy doing this. He's busy doing this. Yeah, he's busy doing his job.
Under old business, has everyone done their financial disclosure?
Yes.
Everyone did it?
I always get confused every year, and every year I do the same thing, and I just get confused every year. But it was,
I actually had to call Kelly or.
you called Kelly, yeah.
No, I talked to the other young lady.
Melissa?
Yeah, because I didn't know about like a password or PIN number, and I didn't need it, but I didn't know that.
It's a new website, it seems like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just popped up from last time, but it was good.
I just clicked through immediately. Submit, I don't know.
New business, I don't think we have anything to talk about. Motion to adjourn?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I second.
Ted?
Aye.
Brian,
Aye.
second.
Yeah, exactly, let's just do aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None?
Would you bear some false witness against me?
Start?
Would you bear some false witness against me?
Absolutely. Any witness I do for you is going to be false.